Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to Kruznik's Sanctuary. I'm your host, Kruznik X. Alongside me, as always, is the beautiful, the voluptuous, the sultry Arya Stormborn.
Hey, they don't need to know.
So, tonight we start more of the Shadowbringers storyline with the brand new patch that just released today, patch 5.2, Echoes of a Fallen Star. Now, before we start off, we do have to note a few changes to the usual formula. First and foremost, I am not maining Dark Knight for once. Yes, it's true. Between all the leveling of all the jobs for Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, I've discovered that for me, Dark Knight is is just way too MP heavy. And on top of that, there was just so much lost within this most recent expansion that it just doesn't feel like Dark Knight anymore. Or at least not what it used to be. As such, I've found Gunbreaker to be a lot more flowing. I know I'll probably get a lot of flack for it later.
I don't get it, but it makes him happy.
But anyways, so yeah, we'll be running through the rest of this as Gunbreaker, just to give you a quick heads up of what I've got. I was able to get to 453 recently. So I have the Ronkin Mana Trigger. I've got a few gear pieces from the Yorha Dark Apocalypse, or at least the first dungeon of it. I've got the Eating Gate Male Offending, and of course I've got enough in terms of Deep Shadow to keep me occupied for enough time to keep me until the next dungeon. But anyway, let's continue with the storyline. So, when we last left off in the Shadowbringers storyline, here's what happened. We've discovered that the ether of our Scion accomplices, who are trapped in the first, is slowly but surely deteriorating. So back in the first, with the help of Lubeck, the Scions are trying to discover ways to safely traverse the rift between our two worlds to return back to their bodies. Meanwhile, here in the source, Xenos is back. And, well, he's got his body again. Much as such, he took some very civil liberties. Nabrialis is no longer possessing Xenos, and the Emperor is dead. Which I am happy about, honestly.
We'll see if that's for real.
Well, the Emperor didn't have he wasn't a revenant like Xenos was, so at least I'm pretty sure he wasn't. But anyway,
I trust nothing.
But anyways, so we're going to continue on with the Shadowbringers storyline and start this brand new patch by talking the Kryl and completing the level 80 quest, Old Enemies, New Threats. I wonder if we get voiceovers for this. Nope. Chris! My, what a pleasant surprise! If you've come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal ether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help! Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. Ah, Chris. It's been far too long, my friend. Hello, Maxima. Forgive me. I don't believe we have been formally introduced. Maxima, former Gallian ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Alden, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah, yes. I have heard stories of a defector from Garlemald. But never mind that. You said you had urgent news. Indeed. As you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Gallian forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dock. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is there we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may bell growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Commander Alden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear to whom he wished I extend this invitation. It would seem time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone. Though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all of this. Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Alamegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two! Alright, let's hit the Alamegan quarter. While I'm here, I might as well check the audio levels. I keep forgetting to. Check, check. Okay, just making sure. That was weird. Alright, so. Alright. Off to here. Alright, let's ride. This place is a veritable maze. Well, of course, everybody and their grandma, sister's cousin twice removed is here. Commander Alden awaits us at the Royal Palace. If you would follow me. Well, well, look who's back. And alive for some...
They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
Yeah, and to
understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury.
Oh, really?
I trust you two require no introduction.
Hello,
We meet
Gaius.
again, hero of Eorzea.
Mm-hmm.
Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might. Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
Alright, then.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence.
Yeah.
Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand.
Oh, yeah, I
Being
saw
the sole
that.
witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Oh, joy.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended.
Yeah, I kicked your ass up and down the 7
The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
fuck buckets.
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word. The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days, but it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all, even if it means begging your aid. The fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
Let's hope. Alright, let's speak with Kryl, and quickly before she gets smothered in the crowd. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of a new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Alright. With that, we're going to take a quick break to readjust a few things. But until then, that's going to be it for this episode of Kruznik's Sanctuary. Thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button. Be sure to turn on notifications so you're well informed. And be sure to subscribe to me for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more by me, click here to watch the next episode, and click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Kruznik X, signing out.